From America's $660 million flying fortress to India's $560 million Sky Palace and Russia's $500 million airborne beast, we're diving into the most jaw-droppingly expensive presidential jets in the world. And trust me, some of them look more like Bond villain lairs than aircraft. Starting off with the United States Air Force One, $660 million. Now here's a fun fact. Air Force One isn't the name of one specific plane. It's actually the call sign for any US Air Force aircraft carrying the president. But let's be real, when people say Air Force One, they're picturing the iconic duo of Boeing 747-200B jets, officially known as the VC-25A. These magnificent flying fortresses were delivered way back in 1990, each carrying a price tag of approximately $325 million at the time. But here's where it gets truly staggering. When adjusted for inflation, each aircraft would cost about $660 to $700 million in today's money. That makes Air Force One not just the most expensive presidential jet, but one of the most expensive aircraft ever built. But what exactly makes Air Force One worth more than $500 million? The answer lies in its extraordinary capabilities that go far beyond what any commercial airliner could ever offer. These aircraft are equipped with advanced communication systems that allow the president to stay in constant contact with military and government officials worldwide. We're talking about technology so sophisticated that the president can literally run the entire United States government from 40,000 feet in the air. The defensive capabilities of Air Force One read like something out of a spy thriller. The aircraft features anti-missile systems, advanced radar jamming equipment, and defensive countermeasures that remain classified to this day. The plane can withstand electromagnetic pulses and is built to survive scenarios that would disable most other aircraft. Inside, Air Force One is essentially a flying White House. The aircraft includes a presidential suite with a bedroom and private bathroom, a conference room where critical decisions can be made mid-flight, and even a medical suite staffed by a flight surgeon. There's also a press area for the traveling media corps, offices for senior staff, and secure communication facilities that rival those found in the Pentagon itself. The kitchen aboard Air Force One can prepare meals for up to 100 people, and the aircraft carries enough food and supplies for extended flights. The plane is also equipped with aerial refueling capabilities, meaning it can theoretically stay airborne indefinitely as long as the crew can handle it. But the story doesn't end with the current aircraft. New VC-25B aircraft based on the Boeing 747-8 are currently under development at a staggering cost of $3.9 billion for two planes, though they're not yet in service. When these new aircraft finally take to the skies, they'll represent the cutting edge of presidential aviation technology. But America's not the only one dropping serious cash on presidential air power. India's sky-high investment shows that emerging superpowers are just as serious about keeping their leaders safe, stylish, and airborne. India's Air India One, $560 million. Rising through the ranks of the world's most expensive presidential aircraft is India's Air India One, a testament to the country's growing global influence and commitment to protecting its highest officials. The current presidential fleet consists of two Boeing 777-300ER aircraft, purchased in 2016 for approximately Rs 8,400 crore, $1.12 billion for the pair, making each aircraft worth about $560 million. Air India One serves as the official aircraft for both India's president and prime minister, making it one of the most important aircraft in the world's largest democracy. The decision to invest in such sophisticated aircraft reflects India's emergence as a major global power and its need to project strength and capability on the international stage. What makes Air India One worth over $500 million? The aircraft features state-of-the-art missile defense systems, including large aircraft infrared countermeasures, LARCM, technology that was previously reserved for military aircraft. These systems can detect and neutralize incoming missiles, providing a level of protection that matches the threats faced by world leaders in today's complex security environment. The communication capabilities of Air India One are equally impressive. The aircraft is equipped with advanced communication facilities that allow India's leadership to maintain secure contact with government and military officials anywhere in the world. This technology ensures that critical decisions can be made and implemented even when the country's leadership is thousands of miles away from New Delhi. Inside, Air India One features luxurious accommodations that befit the leaders of a nation of over 1.4 billion people. The aircraft includes a bedroom, office, and conference room, all designed to allow the president or prime minister to work effectively during long-haul flights. The interior design incorporates elements of Indian culture and craftsmanship, creating a flying embassy that represents the best of Indian tradition and modern technology. One of the most impressive aspects of Air India One is its range capability. The Boeing 777-300ER platform allows for long-haul flights without refueling, significantly enhancing India's global diplomatic presence. This means India's leadership can reach virtually any destination in the world without the security complications that come with refueling stops. The aircraft is operated by the Indian Air Force, ensuring that it maintains the highest standards of security and operational readiness. The pilots and crew undergo extensive training and security clearances, making them among the most elite aviation personnel in India. Air India One represents more than just expensive transportation. It's a symbol of India's technological capabilities and its commitment to protecting its leadership. As India continues to play an increasingly important role in global affairs, these aircraft ensure that its leaders can engage with the world from a position of strength and security. While India showcases transparency in its presidential aviation investments, Russia takes a completely different approach with its mysterious presidential jet. Ilyushin IL, $550 million. In the world of presidential aviation, few aircraft are as shrouded in mystery and intrigue as Russia's presidential jet, the Ilyushin Il-96-300PU. Cost estimates for this highly modified aircraft vary dramatically, ranging from $70 million to $550 million, with the higher figure likely reflecting extensive customizations for luxury and security. What makes the Russian presidential aircraft so difficult to evaluate is the secretive nature of its specifications and capabilities. Unlike Western countries that often release detailed information about their presidential aircraft programs, Russia maintains strict secrecy around the exact features and costs of its presidential fleet. This air of mystery only adds to the aircraft's mystique and importance in Russian power projection. The Il-96-300PU represents a uniquely Russian approach to presidential aviation. While most countries choose Western aircraft like Boeing or Airbus for their presidential fleets, Russia has opted for a domestically produced aircraft, showcasing the capabilities of its aerospace industry. The jet features long-range capabilities, advanced communication systems, and opulent interiors, serving as a mobile command center that can operate independently anywhere in the world. The interior of the Russian presidential aircraft is reportedly spectacular, featuring luxurious accommodations that rival the most expensive private jets in the world. Reports suggest the aircraft includes multiple bedrooms, conference rooms, and even recreational facilities, all designed to the highest standards of luxury and comfort. The exact details remain classified, but the aircraft is said to feature gold fixtures, premium leather, and custom woodwork throughout. From a technological standpoint, the Il-96-300PU is believed to incorporate some of the most advanced communication and defensive systems available. The aircraft serves as a mobile command center capable of managing diplomatic and military operations, ensuring that Russia's leadership can maintain control and communication even in the most challenging circumstances. The aircraft is operated by the Special Air Detachment, an elite unit within the Russian military that maintains the highest standards of security and operational readiness. The pilots and crew are among the most experienced and trusted personnel in the Russian military, undergirding the aircraft's role as a critical national security asset. The Russian presidential aircraft represents more than just transportation. It's a symbol of Russian technological independence and power projection capabilities. In a world where most countries rely on Western aircraft manufacturers for their most important aircraft, Russia's choice to use a domestically produced aircraft sends a clear message about the country's technological capabilities and strategic independence. The high estimated cost of $550 million reflects not just the base aircraft price, but the extensive modifications required to transform a commercial airliner into a secure, capable presidential transport. These modifications likely include advanced defensive systems, sophisticated communication equipment, and luxury accommodations that meet the expectations of world leaders. From Russia's secretive approach to presidential aviation, we move to Turkey's presidential jet that made headlines not for its secrecy, but for being an extraordinary diplomatic gift. Turkey's Boeing 747-8i, $500 million. One of the most fascinating stories in presidential aviation involves Turkey's magnificent Boeing 747-8i, an aircraft that represents both diplomatic relations and national prestige. Turkey's presidential jet is a Boeing 747-8 that was gifted by the Emir of Qatar in 2018, valued at approximately $500 million. This extraordinary gift highlights the complex relationships between nations and the role that presidential aircraft play in international diplomacy. The transfer of such an expensive aircraft from Qatar to Turkey represents one of the most significant diplomatic gifts in recent history, underscoring the strategic alliance between the two countries. The aircraft is highly customized and features boardrooms, lounges, staterooms, and even a functional hospital, designed to carry 76 passengers in luxury. This makes it one of the most opulent presidential jets in the world, with amenities that rival the finest hotels and medical facilities on the ground. The inclusion of a functional hospital aboard the aircraft is particularly noteworthy, as it ensures that Turkey's leadership can receive world-class medical care regardless of where they are in the world. This capability is crucial for a president who travels extensively and may find themselves in locations where immediate access to advanced medical care is not available. The aircraft's boardrooms and conference facilities enable Turkey's leadership to conduct high-level diplomatic meetings and government business while in flight. This capability has become increasingly important as global leaders need to stay connected and make critical decisions, even while traveling between countries. However, the gift of such an expensive aircraft sparked domestic controversy due to Turkey's economic challenges at the time. Critics questioned whether it was appropriate to accept such a lavish gift when many Turkish citizens were facing economic hardship. This controversy highlights the delicate balance that leaders must strike between projecting national strength and being sensitive to domestic concerns. Despite the controversy, the aircraft represents Turkey's growing importance in regional and global affairs. As Turkey plays an increasingly significant role in Middle Eastern politics, European relations, and global diplomacy, having a sophisticated presidential aircraft helps project the image of a modern, capable nation. The Boeing 747-81 platform is one of the most advanced commercial aircraft in the world, featuring the latest in aviation technology, fuel efficiency, and passenger comfort. When customized for presidential use, these capabilities are enhanced even further, creating an aircraft that can serve as a mobile headquarters for Turkey's leadership. The aircraft's 76-passenger capacity makes it suitable for large diplomatic delegations, allowing Turkey's leadership to travel with significant entourages of advisors, security personnel, and diplomatic staff. This capability is crucial for conducting effective diplomacy and ensuring that all necessary personnel can travel together securely. Turkey's gifted giant leads us to Egypt's controversial Boeing 747-8, another aircraft that sparked intense debate about presidential priorities during economic hardship. Egypt's Boeing 747-8 $487 million. Egypt acquired its Boeing 747-81 in 2022 to replace its aging Airbus A340, with reported costs ranging from $240 million to $500 million, with $487 million being a commonly cited figure. The story behind Egypt's presidential aircraft acquisition is particularly interesting because the jet was previously ordered by Lufthansa but never delivered, and was then customized for presidential use. This meant that Egypt was able to acquire a nearly new state-of-the-art aircraft at a potentially reduced cost compared to ordering a completely new aircraft from Boeing. However, the purchase was highly controversial amid Egypt's economic crisis, highlighting the tension between national prestige and fiscal responsibility. Critics argued that spending hundreds of millions of dollars on a presidential aircraft was inappropriate when the country was facing significant economic challenges and many citizens were struggling with inflation and unemployment. The aircraft features luxurious amenities and advanced technology that befit a presidential transport. The Boeing 747-81 platform provides exceptional range and capacity, allowing Egypt's leadership to travel anywhere in the world without refueling stops. This capability is particularly important for a country that plays a significant role in Middle Eastern, African, and Mediterranean politics. The timing of the purchase, coming after the global pandemic and during a period of economic uncertainty, made it particularly controversial. Many Egyptians questioned whether such an expensive purchase was justified when the country was receiving financial assistance from international organizations and implementing austerity measures. Despite the controversy, supporters of the purchase argued that having a modern, secure presidential aircraft is essential for Egypt's diplomatic efforts and national security. They pointed out that the previous aircraft was aging and potentially less secure, making the upgrade necessary for the safety of Egypt's leadership. The aircraft represents Egypt's long history as a major power in the Middle East and Africa. As one of the most populous and influential countries in the Arab world, Egypt's leadership leadership frequently travels for diplomatic missions, regional summits, and international conferences. Having a sophisticated aircraft helps project the image of a modern, capable nation. The Boeing 747-8's advanced communication systems allow Egypt's leadership to maintain contact with government officials and military commanders while traveling. This capability is crucial for a country that faces various security challenges and needs to maintain constant communication with its security apparatus. The luxurious interior of the aircraft, while controversial from a fiscal standpoint, serves important diplomatic functions. When hosting foreign dignitaries or conducting high-level meetings aboard the aircraft, the quality of the accommodations can influence the success of diplomatic negotiations and Egypt's international image. Egypt's controversial purchase contrasts sharply with South Korea's innovative approach, proving that smart financing can deliver world-class presidential aviation without breaking the bank. South Korea's Boeing 747-8 $400 million. South Korea's approach to presidential aviation demonstrates an innovative solution that balances capability, cost, and flexibility. South Korea's presidential jet, known as Code 1, is a Boeing 747-8 leased from Korean Air since 2022, replacing a Boeing 747-400. What makes South Korea's approach particularly interesting is the financial structure of the arrangement. The lease contract is valued at $120 million for 5 years, but the aircraft's list price is approximately $400 million, reflecting its value with modifications. This leasing model allows South Korea to access a state-of-the-art presidential aircraft without the massive upfront capital investment required for purchase. The leasing arrangement with Korean Air, the country's flag carrier, creates several advantages. First, it ensures that the aircraft is maintained to the highest commercial aviation standards, as Korean Air has extensive experience with Boeing 747-8 operations. Second, it provides flexibility for the government to upgrade or change aircraft as technology advances, without being locked into a single platform for decades. The aircraft features enhanced communication systems and anti-missile countermeasures, accommodating 213 passengers. This passenger capacity makes it suitable for large diplomatic delegations, allowing South Korea's leadership to travel with significant entourages of government officials, security personnel, and business leaders. The anti-missile countermeasures are particularly important given South Korea's unique security situation on the Korean peninsula. The aircraft's defensive capabilities help ensure the safety of South Korea's leadership when traveling to potentially unstable regions or during times of heightened tensions. South Korea's decision to lease rather than purchase reflects a pragmatic approach to government spending. The country has demonstrated that it's possible to access world-class presidential aviation capabilities without the massive capital expenditure required for outright purchase. This model could potentially be adopted by other countries facing similar budget constraints. The timing of the upgrade from the older Boeing 747-400 to the 747-8 reflects South Korea's growing international profile. As the country plays an increasingly important role in global affairs, particularly in technology, trade, and security matters, having a modern, capable presidential aircraft helps project the image of an advanced, prosperous nation. The aircraft's communication systems enable South Korea's leadership to maintain contact with government officials and military commanders while traveling internationally. This capability is particularly important given the ongoing security challenges on the Korean peninsula and South Korea's role as a key ally of the United States. The luxury accommodations aboard Code 1, while less elaborate than some other presidential aircraft, still provide the comfort and functionality necessary for effective presidential travel. The aircraft includes private quarters for the president, meeting spaces for high-level discussions, and secure communication facilities. From South Korea's cost-effective leasing model, we turn to Germany's Konrad Adenauer, where practical efficiency meets European aerospace excellence. Germany's Airbus A340-313, $260 million. Germany's approach to presidential aviation reflects the country's practical, efficiency-focused approach to government operations, while still maintaining the capability necessary for effective international diplomacy. Germany's presidential aircraft, named Konrad Adenauer, is an Airbus A340-313 used for diplomatic missions, valued at $260 million. The naming of the aircraft after Konrad Adenauer, Germany's first post-war chancellor, reflects the deep respect Germans have for the leader who helped rebuild their country and and establish its democratic foundations. This naming choice demonstrates how presidential aircraft can serve as symbols of national values and historical memory. The aircraft can carry up to 375 passengers and is equipped for long-haul flights with advanced technology. This exceptional passenger capacity makes it one of the most versatile presidential aircraft in the world, capable of transporting large delegations for major international summits, state visits, and diplomatic missions. The large passenger capacity reflects Germany's role as a major power in European and global affairs. As the largest economy in Europe and a key member of NATO, the European Union, and other international organizations, Germany's leadership frequently travels with substantial delegations of government officials, business leaders, and experts. Germany's choice of the Airbus A340 platform demonstrates the country's support for European aerospace manufacturing. As one of the key partners in Airbus, Germany's selection of an Airbus aircraft for presidential use sends a clear message about the country's commitment to European industrial cooperation and technological advancement. The jet supports Germany's global diplomatic efforts, offering a balance of functionality and prestige. The aircraft enables German leadership to reach any destination in the world while maintaining the communication capabilities and security features necessary for effective governance. The relatively modest cost of $260 million compared to some other presidential aircraft reflects Germany's practical approach to government spending. The country has focused on acquiring an aircraft that meets its operational needs without unnecessary luxury features that might be viewed as excessive by German taxpayers. The advanced technology aboard the Konrad Adenauer includes sophisticated communication systems that allow German leadership to maintain contact with government officials and international partners while traveling. This capability is crucial for a country that plays a central role in European decision-making and global diplomacy. The aircraft's long-haul capabilities enable Germany to project diplomatic influence globally, supporting the country's significant development aid programs, peacekeeping efforts, and international trade relationships. The ability to travel efficiently to Africa, Asia, and other distant regions helps Germany maintain its position as a global diplomatic power. Germany's presidential aircraft operations are characterized by efficiency and professionalism, reflecting the country's broader approach to government operations. The aircraft is operated by the German Air Force with high standards of maintenance and security, ensuring reliable service for the country's leadership. Germany's focus on functionality over flash brings us to Bangladesh's Boeing 777-300ER, representing a developing nation's bold investment in diplomatic reach. Bangladesh's Boeing 777-300ER, $260 million. Bangladesh's investment in a sophisticated presidential aircraft represents the country's growing international ambitions and its emergence as an increasingly important player in South Asian and global affairs. Bangladesh's presidential jet is a Boeing 777-300ER, valued at $260 million, configured with business and economy seating for non-stop flights to Europe. The acquisition of such an expensive aircraft by Bangladesh is particularly noteworthy, given the country's development status and the significant portion of the government budget that such a purchase represents. The decision reflects the government's view that having a modern, capable presidential aircraft is essential for projecting Bangladesh's growing international importance. The aircraft provides efficient and comfortable travel for the president, reflecting Bangladesh's growing international presence. As Bangladesh has achieved significant economic growth and played an increasingly important role in regional affairs, the need for sophisticated diplomatic transportation has grown correspondingly. The Boeing 777-300ER platform is an excellent choice for Bangladesh's needs, offering exceptional range and fuel efficiency. The aircraft's ability to fly non-stop to Europe opens up new diplomatic possibilities, allowing Bangladesh's leadership to engage more effectively with European partners, without the security complications and delays associated with refueling stops. The mixed configuration of business and economy seating suggests a practical approach that allows the aircraft to serve multiple functions. While providing luxury accommodations for the president and senior officials, the aircraft can also transport larger delegations when necessary, maximizing its utility for different types of diplomatic missions. Bangladesh's investment in presidential aviation reflects the country's growing confidence and international ambitions. As one of the most populous countries in the world and an increasingly important economic power in South Asia, Bangladesh recognizes the importance of being able to project its leadership globally. The jet's cost includes customizations for security and diplomatic needs, ensuring ensuring that Bangladesh's leadership can travel safely to any destination in the world. These security features are particularly important given the various regional and international challenges that Bangladesh faces. The aircraft enables Bangladesh to participate more effectively in international forums, bilateral diplomatic missions, and multilateral summits. The ability to travel efficiently and securely to distant destinations helps Bangladesh maintain and develop its international relationships. The sophisticated communication systems aboard the aircraft allow Bangladesh's leadership to remain in contact with government officials and manage domestic affairs while traveling internationally. This capability is crucial for maintaining effective governance while engaging in extensive international diplomacy. The aircraft represents Bangladesh's aspirations to play a larger role in international affairs, particularly in climate change discussions, where the country has become a leading voice for vulnerable nations facing the impacts of global warming. Bangladesh's ambitious investment leads us to France's Kotem Unique, where European engineering meets the sophisticated needs of a global diplomatic powerhouse. France's Airbus A330, $200 million. In France's approach to presidential aviation exemplifies the country's commitment to European aerospace manufacturing while maintaining the sophisticated capabilities necessary for a major global power. France's presidential jet, known as Kotem Unique, is an Airbus A330 acquired for €176 million, tilde $200 million, including €60 million for the pre-owned aircraft and €91.5 million for modifications. The breakdown of costs for the French presidential aircraft provides fascinating insight into the economics of presidential aviation. The fact that the base aircraft cost €60 million, while modifications cost €91.5 million, demonstrates how extensively these aircraft must be customized to meet the unique requirements of presidential transportation. The aircraft features a bedroom, office, conference room, and advanced security systems, including anti-missile defenses that were added later. The decision to add anti-missile defenses after the initial delivery reflects the evolving security threats that world leaders face and the need to continuously upgrade protective capabilities. France's choice of an Airbus aircraft aligns with the country's position as a major stakeholder in the European Aerospace Consortium. As one of the founding partners of Airbus, France's selection of an Airbus aircraft for presidential use demonstrates support for European industrial capabilities and technological independence from American manufacturers. The Airbus A330 platform provides an excellent balance of range, capacity, and operating costs for France's presidential aviation needs. The aircraft can reach most destinations worldwide while offering lower operating costs than larger aircraft like the Boeing 747 or Airbus A380. The aircraft's bedroom facilities enable the French president to rest during long international flights, arriving refreshed and ready for important diplomatic meetings. This capability is particularly important for a country whose president maintains an extremely active international travel schedule. The conference room aboard the aircraft allows for high-level meetings and decision-making while in flight. This capability has become increasingly important as global events require rapid responses and continuous coordination between world leaders. The jet supports long-distance travel for the president, balancing cost and functionality. This balance reflects France's practical approach to government spending while maintaining the capabilities necessary for effective international diplomacy. The advanced security systems, including the later addition of anti-missile defenses, demonstrate France's commitment to protecting its leadership while acknowledging the evolving nature of security threats. The decision to upgrade the aircraft's defensive capabilities shows the importance of maintaining current security standards. France's presidential aircraft enables the country to maintain its position as a major diplomatic power, supporting the president's role in international organizations, bilateral relationships, and crisis response efforts around the world. France's balanced approach to presidential aviation brings us to our final entry, Indonesia's Boeing Business Jet 2, proving that effective leadership transportation doesn't always require the biggest price tag. Indonesia's Boeing Business Jet, $200 million. Completing our journey through the world's most expensive presidential aircraft is Indonesia's Boeing Business Jet 2, an aircraft that represents both practical efficiency and national pride for the world's largest archipelago nation. Indonesia's presidential jet, known as Indonesia One, is a Boeing Business Jet 2 based on the 737-800, acquired for $200 million, including $58 million for the base aircraft and modifications. The cost breakdown for Indonesia One provides another excellent example of how presidential presidential aircraft modifications can significantly exceed the base aircraft price. With $58 million for the base aircraft and the remainder of the $200 million total going toward modifications, it's clear that transforming a commercial aircraft into a presidential transport requires extensive customization. The aircraft was delivered in 2014 and features a modest self-defense system designed for efficient VVIP transportation across Indonesia's archipelago and abroad. The focus on efficiency reflects Indonesia's practical approach to presidential aviation, emphasizing functionality over luxury. Indonesia's unique geography as an archipelago nation of over 17,000 islands makes presidential aviation particularly important. The ability to travel efficiently between different parts of the country and to international destinations is crucial for maintaining effective governance and diplomatic relations. The Boeing Business Jet 2 platform, based on the proven 737-800 commercial aircraft, offers excellent reliability and operating efficiency. This makes it an ideal choice for a country that needs frequent presidential travel, but wants to manage operating costs effectively. The modest self-defense system aboard Indonesia One reflects the country's security needs while avoiding the massive costs associated with more sophisticated military-grade defensive systems. This approach allows Indonesia to provide reasonable protection for its leadership while maintaining fiscal responsibility. The aircraft reduces Indonesia's reliance on chartered aircraft, offering cost savings and enhanced security. By owning and operating its own presidential aircraft, Indonesia gains greater control over scheduling, security, and operational costs. The acquisition of Indonesia One represents the country's growing international importance and its commitment to maintaining effective diplomatic relations throughout Southeast Asia and beyond. As the largest economy in ASEAN and the world's fourth most populous country, Indonesia's leadership requires sophisticated transportation capabilities. The aircraft enables Indonesia's president to participate effectively in international summits, bilateral meetings, and regional organizations throughout Asia and around the world. This capability is particularly important as Indonesia plays an increasingly significant role in global affairs. The relatively modest luxury level of Indonesia One compared to some other presidential aircraft reflects the country's focus on functionality and fiscal responsibility. While providing the necessary comfort and capabilities for presidential travel, the aircraft avoids excessive luxury that might be viewed as inappropriate given Indonesia's development priorities. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, click on one of the boxes playing on your screen to watch more similar content.